Special thanks to Patreon supporter Derek Frost Westbrook for making this video possible. Hello ladies and gentlemen, Skirt204 here bringing you another Minecraft World War II BAFTA build tutorial. In this tutorial we'll be going ahead and building IJN Akagi. Akagi was an aircraft carrier built for the Imperial Japanese Navy, named after Mount Akagi in present-day Gunma Prefecture. Though she was laid down as the Amagi-class battlecruiser, Akagi was converted to an aircraft carrier while still under construction to comply with the terms of the Washington Naval Treaty. The ship was rebuilt from 1935 to 1938 with her original 3 flight decks consolidated into a single enlarged flight deck and an island superstructure. The second Japanese aircraft carrier to enter service and the first large or fleet carrier, Akagi and the related Kaga figure prominently in the development of the IJN's new carrier striking force doctrine that grouped carriers together concentrating their air power. This doctrine enabled Japan to attain its strategic goals during the early stages of the Pacific War from December 1941 until mid-1942. Akagi's aircraft served in the Second Sino-Japanese War in the late 1930s. Upon the formation of the first air fleet of the Cayde, or striking force, in early 1941, she became its flagship and remained so for the duration of her service. With other fleet carriers, she took part in the attack on Pearl Harbor in December 1941 and the invasion of Rabaul in the Southwest Pacific in January 1942. The following month, her aircraft bombed Darwin, Australia, and assisted in the conquest of the Dutch East Indies. In March and April 1942, Akagi's aircraft helped sink a British heavy cruiser and an Australian destroyer in the Indian Ocean raid. After a brief refit, Akagi and 3 other fleet carriers of the Cayde participated in the Battle of Midway. In June 1942, after bombarding American forces on the atoll, Akagi and the other carriers were attacked by aircraft from Midway and the carriers, Enterprise, Hornet, and Yorktown. Dive bombers from Enterprise severely damaged Akagi. When it became obvious she was not to be saved, she was scuttled by Japanese destroyers to prevent her from falling into enemy hands. The loss of Akagi and 3 other IJN carriers at Midway was a crucial strategic defeat for Japan and contributed significantly to the Allies' ultimate victory in the Pacific. Her wreck was located in October 2019 by the research vessel Petre. So yeah, a very kind of historic ship in terms of its uses. As I mentioned, it did help create the kind of doctrine for the Japanese Navy, which was kind of relying a lot on carrier power, and they were kind of the first real, I guess, country to realize the significance of air power and how aircraft carriers were going to change the entire dynamic of World War II. Obviously, the Akagi and 3 of her other ships, or sister ships, I guess you can say, were sunk in the Battle of Midway and was a huge strategic defeat for the Japanese. Overall, it's a pretty cool carrier and very interesting in terms of its design, very unique in the fact that it has its island actually positioned on the left side or the starboard side of the ship, the port side. It's very unique for a carrier, and I don't think I've ever seen a carrier that actually has it besides Akagi, so that kind of makes her unique in, I guess, her own little sense there. Overall, it's a cool build and should be a fun one to add to our ever-growing fleet of BAFTA build Japanese carriers. I think this is actually our 4th carrier now, so we do have quite a bit of a fleet going, and eventually, pretty soon, you should have basically the entire Midway fleet at your disposal. So pretty cool stuff here as we continue to tick off the list of Japanese capital ships from World War II. Before we go and jump in this tutorial though, I do want to go and give special thanks to Patreon supporter Derek Frost Westbrook for making this tutorial possible. If you guys are interested in supporting the channel more than you already do, feel free to check my Patreon page. Link is always in my video descriptions, where you can go and play the small amount to the channel every month, and in doing so earn a view request of your choosing. It really helps support the work I do on my channel. It's really greatly appreciated, so definitely feel free to check that out. Again, link for that is always going to be in my video descriptions. With that though, let's go ahead and dive in here to take a look at IJN Akagi. So going ahead and getting started with, we have the front bow of the ship. Again, nothing too special here, pretty much a standard kind of carrier type design. Have a pretty high elevated flight deck here, as this ship was originally designed with 3 flight decks, kind of layered. It was pretty interesting design. We may have to actually visit that old design for Akagi in the future, but it's really weird. So it's got a very tall kind of profile to it. Has the hangar decks and all that stuff located in this area here. Obviously the bow, all that. We got lifeboats, various anti-aircraft gun positions, fire control systems, all that. The exhausts, or the funnels for the ship, are also located here on the starboard side, so right here. And we then have our kind of heavier anti-aircraft batteries located in this vicinity here. The Akagi has some really weird kind of designs with its, I guess, sighting. I may imagine it's probably mostly due to the structure underneath and how the flight decks were originally on the carrier itself. So it's got some weird designs here on the side, but looks pretty cool. Kind of again unique carrier. More anti-aircraft gun batteries again all in this section here. You got some of your masts and all that stuff on the stern. You have even some casemate guns built into the stern, and then we have kind of the back here, some lifeboats and all that stuff. Nothing again too fancy there for the stern. The other side again, more anti-aircraft gun batteries, kind of a large complement all the way along the side here of the carrier, and even up here got some fire control systems and all that stuff. So overall, pretty cool looking ship. For the carrier type it really doesn't have too much AA. I was kind of surprised by that compared to, I guess, other relevant ships and stuff like that at the time, but she's a really cool ship and should make a fun addition to any of your BAFTA build fleets with your Japanese Imperial Navies. Anyways though, without further ado, let's go ahead and move into our tutorial. Alright guys, go ahead and move into our first layer. We'll be going ahead and moving into layer number 1. For layer 1 to go ahead and get started with here, we want to go ahead and well, actually, a few things before we get started I do want to go and mention is first off, if you're completely new to my BAFTA build tutorials, the way I like to structure the first few layers here are going to be half on, half off. Since the hull and the structure for the ship is pretty much the same for the whole bottom area, we will be going ahead and just doing half the ship, doing the center line and then one side, and then it'll be up to you guys to take that side and copy it over to the other. Once we get into the more complicated areas where stuff starts to change and all that, we will be going ahead and going back to doing everything traditionally all together. So that's just kind of the way I do the tutorial. It's a bit of a hybrid. In addition, if you do want to build this ship in the water, which I imagine most of you guys will want to do, layer 1 here is going to sit basically one block beneath the water surface. So you can see our surface blocks would be at this level here, and you can see where we're starting layer 1 here with this red. That is where we're going to go and get started. So just keep that in mind going forward, as this is where we're starting. Anyways though, with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get started here. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to place down a red stained glass pane, and behind that glass pane we're going to place down a long row of red concrete that's going to go all the way down the center line of our ship for a total of 42 blocks. So again, from that glass pane all the way back, we have 42 blocks of red concrete. We then want to place down a brick top slab, an acacia wood trapdoor, and then we're going to go and build back 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks. On these last 4 blocks right here, we're going to go ahead and place down acacia wood trapdoors on the side of these blocks. We're going to close them like so, and then we'll delete these 4 blocks like that. So we have those standalone trapdoors here on both sides. After we have that all done, we're going to go ahead and then go back up to the front, and we're going to go and work our way out to the sides here. We're going to go and go 1, 2, and our third red concrete block back. We're going to place down 2 red stained glass panes, a brick wall, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, and 31 red concrete blocks back. We'll then place down 2 brick ups downstairs, 2 brick top slabs, and then we're going to place down 2 end rods, followed by an acacia wood fence gate, which we're going to open up toward the slab here, and then a birch wood slab going back from the fence gate like that. After that's done, we're going to place down a fence gate coming off the side of this last slab here. Again, we're going to open that toward the ship, a birchwood slab going back, and then we're going to take our end rods, our lightning rods, and we're going to go and place down a total of 4 going forward. We then want to grab ourselves some brick top slabs. We're going to place down 2 brick top slabs and then 2 brick ups downstairs. We'll then take our red concrete. We're going to go forward 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and 23 red concrete blocks. Then we're just going to place down 2 red stained glass panes that go forward just like that. And after we have that done, we're going to go and then go to our second red concrete block from the front there. We're going to place down a red stained glass pane, 1 more glass pane back, then a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16 brick stairs back, and then 2 brick top slabs, like so. We'll then go ahead and go to our second to last stair. We're going to place an acacia wood sign on the side of that, and then also going to the front here, we're going to go to our third from front stair. We're going to place down an acacia wood sign on the side of that one as well. We'll then just go ahead and take our signs, and we're just going to go ahead and connect the rows together by placing down acacia wood signs all the way along the side here of these brick stairs. So it's going to look just like that. After that is all done there, that is basically going to wrap up everything we have for layer number 1 here. And again, we'll take a look at it from up above, and this is what it should look like from the top-down view. With that all complete though, that is going to wrap up everything for this layer. And with that, we'll move on to our next layer, layer number 2. Moving into our next layer, we have layer number 2. For layer 2 to start with, we're going to place down a red concrete block on top of this red stained glass pane. And we're going to go ahead and then go back from that red concrete block with a long row of red concrete, going all the way back to right before these trapdoors here for a total of 46. If we count the first block on the front here as well, that is going to make us a total of 47 red concrete blocks going down this center line like so. On the very end here, we're just going to place down 3 brick top slabs going back. We'll then place down a lightning rod that's going to go on top of this trapdoor here. And then forward from that, we're going to place down 2 brick top slabs, then 2 brick up sound stairs, followed by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, and 38. Red concrete blocks forward, a brick wall, and then 2 red stained glass panes like that. We're going to go then place down a red stained glass pane off the side of the second one here, 1 more glass pane back, a brick wall, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, and 28 red concrete blocks back, a brick wall, and then 1, 2, 3 red stained glass panes. After that is all done, we're going to go back up to the front here, and we're going to go on top of this second glass pane here. We're going to go and place down 1 more on top of it, 1 more back, another brick wall, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 red concrete blocks, 2 brick walls, 3 red stained glass panes going back like that. And after that is all done there, that is going to wrap up everything we have for layer number 2. And that is basically what it should look like from the top-down view. Make sure you transfer the other side over to, or the one side over to the other side. Anyways, though, that's it for layer 2. Let's move on to layer number 3. Moving on to our next layer, we have layer number 3. For layer 3 to get started with here, we're going to go ahead and place down a stone block that's going to go on top of this red concrete block here. And then we're going to place down a stone up sound stair going forward from it. We're going to then go back from this stone block with a row of stone that's going to go all the way the length here of the ship, all the way to this last brick top slab for a total of 49 stone blocks, and then a light gray stainless pane on the very end there. So that right there is going to make the center line here. Going back up to the front, we're going to go to the second stone full block, and we're going to place down a glass pane, then a second one back from it. We're going to then place down a andesite wall, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, and 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, and 43 stone blocks back, followed by an andesite wall, and then we're going to place down 2 light gray stainless panes going backwards like so. Now, after that is all done there, going back up to the front, we're going to go ahead and go to the top of this glass pane here. We're going to place down 1 pane up from it, another glass pane back, and then an andesite wall. We'll then place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, and 27, and 28 stone blocks here. Then 2 andesite walls, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 light gray stainless panes. Again, going back up to the front here, we're going to go ahead and go to this second glass pane here. We're going to place down 1 on top of it, another glass pane back, and another andesite wall. We'll then place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 stone blocks, 2 andesite walls, and 3 light gray stainless panes. After that is all done there, that is going to wrap up everything we have here for this layer, and that right there will conclude layer number 3. And with that, we'll be going ahead and moving on up to our next layer, which will be layer number 4. Moving into our next layer, we have layer number 4. For layer 4 to start with, we're going to go and place down a stone block here on top of this stone up sound stair, and then a stone up sound stair coming off that stone block. Going ahead and going back from the stone block, we're going to go and place down a long row of stone that's going to go all the way down the center here of our ship for a total of 51, and it's going to end right here on top of this last light gray stainless pane. On the back here, we're also going to place down an item frame, and we're going to place down a crossbow upside down in it to represent the rear anchor. We then want to place down a skeleton skull to the side here of this block. And we're going to go ahead and then place down 3 stone ups and down stairs forward, 2 light gray stained glass panes, a stone brick wall, a light gray stained glass pane, stone brick wall, light gray stained glass pane, and another stone brick wall. Coming off the stone brick walls, we're going to go ahead and place down end rods to the side here for our casemate guns. We'll also take a birchwood fence post and we're going to place it here on top of this glass pane in the center. We're going to go ahead and then place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, and 37 stone blocks forward. We're going to go ahead and then place down 1, 2, 3 stone ups and downstairs, and then a light gray stained glass pane in this space right here. We're also going to go ahead and grab ourselves our item frame again and our crossbow. We're going to place down an item frame on the side of this stone block here, and we'll then go ahead and grab a crossbow, and we're going to place it down in our item frame. So like that. We'll also grab a polished black stone button, and we're going to place this here on the side of this first stone block. And then we're going to go ahead and then go back from this with 1 and 2 light gray stained glass panes. We'll take our stone stairs again. We're going to place down 2 stone ups and down stairs. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, and 26 stone blocks back. A andesite wall and 2 light gray stained glass panes back. We're going to go ahead and then place down a birchwood fence gate here and our fence gate on top of this glass pane here. We're going to open these here to the sides like so. We're also going to place down a glass pane coming off, or a fence gate coming off this glass pane here, and we're going to open it toward the glass pane. We then want to place down an andesite wall on top of this block right here, and we're going to then grab ourselves some birchwood signs, and we're going to place down a birchwood sign on these 2 stone blocks. We'll then take our andesite walls, and we're going to go in forward 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, like this forward, and then we're going to go ahead and place down 2 light gray stained glass panes. I am going to go ahead and also adjust this on the back here. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of these 2, the first 2 walls there. I'm going to go ahead and swap these out for glass panes, as I think that's a better transition there for the sides. So just go ahead and make that quick little change there. And then after we have that all done there, we're going to go ahead and then place down an iron trapdoor here, and then 2 iron trapdoors like so. Now these iron trapdoors here, we will go ahead and grab a tool called the debug stick. We'll type this in by typing the command /give appp minecraft :debug _stick and pressing enter. What we can do here is we can left click these iron trapdoors until we get selected open false. We'll right click it and we can lay these flat against the side of the ship. Now if you are not on Java and don't have access to the debug stick, you can very simply go ahead and use birchwood trapdoors, or just don't place the iron trapdoors, whichever you prefer. And then we'll just place down 2 polished blackstone buttons on the side of those 2 blocks. Now at this point in time, I would recommend going ahead and taking the right side and copying over to the left side. And basically all that. One thing also for Java players is we can actually extend the glass pane toward the stair. So you can go ahead and do this by pressing F3 and looking in the direction you want this glass pane to connect up to. So the glass pane is going to connect this way. So if we look that way, we can see in our second little paragraph there, that 4th line, it says facing north. So what we can do here is we can go and left click this glass pane until we get selected north, false, right click it, and it will actually extend our glass pane and connect up to the stair. We can also do the same thing up here for the 4 glass panes, just to help kind of create a better connection there and just kind of make that area a little bit of a smoother transition. Also, if you really want to get into it, this glass pane here next to the stair here can also be altered as well. Anyways, though, once you have that all done, I would recommend making sure that both sides are built up and good to go. And once you have both sides built up, we're going to cover 2 differences that are going to be on the right side and the right side only. So go ahead and make sure that both sides are good to go, and we'll go ahead and talk about those differences. So at this point in time, you should have both sides of the ship built up, and this is what it should look like for you guys currently. Now, the differences we have here are extremely minor, and I thought that we can still do this whole half on, half off thing for this layer, just because it's only 2 simple things. But first thing is going to be, we're going to go to this section here, and again, this is going to be on the right side only of the ship. We're going to go to this wall right here. We're going to place down a birchwood fence gate, and we're going to open it up toward the wall. And then we want to go to this stone block after those signs, and we're going to place down a lever here. Again, that's only going to be on the right side of the ship, and the left side will remain as is. But yeah, that's all you need to do for that. Really simple, straightforward stuff, and with that out of the way, we'll be going ahead and moving on up to our next layer, which will be layer number 5. Alright guys, so going ahead and moving into our next layer, we will be going ahead and jumping into layer 5. Layer 5 here will be the first layer. We will be going ahead and doing half on, or we won't be doing half on, half off. We will be going ahead and building it all together. Let's go ahead and jump into it. So the first thing we want to go ahead and do here to get started is we're going to grab a birchwood fence gate. We're going to place on the front stair here, and we're going to open this up toward the front. Also, from the previous layer, I did forget to mention that there should be a skeleton skull on the side of the stair, so just make sure that that gets added onto both sides as well. After we have that done, we want to go ahead and then place down an item frame coming off this fence gate with a block of gold in the item frame rotated kind of like this, and then we're going to place down a birchwood sign across the front there if you're a Java player. Just a little side note, Java players are the only ones that can actually place down signs and item frames in the same block space. If you're on a different version of Minecraft, you'll not be able to do this feature, so you'll have to just place down the item frame. Go ahead and continue on. We're going to go ahead and then place down another birchwood sign to the sides here of the fence gates, and then we're going to go ahead and then place down a skeleton skull at a slight angle here on these glass panes. So it'll look like that there for the front. We're going to then take our redstone dust, and we're going to go ahead and place down a row of 4 going down the center here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, like this. And we're going to go ahead and then place down a skeleton skull here on the very end. We'll also want to go ahead and place down a redstone repeater. That's going to be right here. So we're actually going to go ahead and place down 3 dust, and then we're going to place down that redstone repeater like that for kind of our anchor system there. And we can also place down an item frame here on these slots. We'll go ahead and grab ourselves some gray beds here, and place down our gray beds here at kind of slight angles like this to try to capture where the chains would kind of go into for the actual like anchor system. After we have that done though, we're going to go ahead and place down a andesite wall, which is going to go ahead and go to both sides here, or rather, sorry, both sides after those item frames. We then want to go ahead and place down a redstone repeater here with the notches spread apart, and then another andesite wall on both sides of that skeleton skull. We're going to go then grab ourselves a flower pot, and we're going to place down a flower pot here to both sides. And the center space here is where we're going to go ahead and kind of start to get into our structure a little bit more. So we're going to place down a stone top slab here, and then a stone upside down stair to both sides. After we get that done, we want to go ahead and place down another row, row 3 this time, of stone top slabs across, and we then want to go ahead and place down another row of 3 across as well. We're going to go ahead and then grab ourselves some stone stairs, and we're going to place down a row of 3 of stone upside down stairs like so, and then a stone upside down corner stair here to both ends. We'll then take a white bed, and in these spaces right here, we're going to place down a white bed like that on both ends. We'll then take our stone full blocks, and we're going to place down a row of 3 across the center here, and then a stone upside down stair to both sides. After we have that all complete there, we're going to take our stone full blocks, and we're going to go ahead and just place down a row of 5 across, and a second row of 5 after that one. At this point in time, we'll kind of go ahead and start kind of focusing in on our 2 sides a little bit separately. Actually, real quick before we do that, we can go and do just 4 more rows of 5 going across of stone. So again, 4 more rows of 5, just kind of filling in this whole inside here, like so. Now, on the sides here, we're going to go ahead and then place down a white bed, or 2 white beds on both sides. They're going to be in the same spots. So, just like that. So, pretty simple, straightforward stuff. Now, at this point in time, this is where we do start to kind of get into our, well, not quite yet, but we're getting pretty close to our differences. For Java players, we're going to go ahead and place down a row of stone blocks that's going to be kind of off to the side here of these beds. So it's going to look like this. And we're going to do the same thing over here on this side as well. So we have our row of 4. We're going to go ahead and grab ourselves levers. Okay, we're going to place down levers here along the sides. Same thing over here. And then we'll use our debug stick to left click it until we get selected facing. And we'll go ahead and then rotate these levers around to where they come off the side of the beds. So kind of a cool technique here. And kind of useful for trying to show like the devices that would be used to lower and raise these lifeboats. So it'll be something kind of like that. Now, once we get to this point, we do want to go ahead and grab ourselves some string. And over here on the left side, we can go ahead and delete these blocks first off. But on the left side here, on top of all the levers, we're going to go ahead and place down string. On the right side, we're only going to go ahead and place them on the first 3 levers. We're going to leave the the 4th lever alone and only have it on the first 3. So that's where we start to kind of get into our first little difference there. But at this point in time, we will go ahead and start doing each side separately from each other and kind of going ahead and going about the tutorial that way. So beginning on the right side, we're going to place down 2 andesite walls and 2 stone blocks behind those walls. We then want to place down a row of 3 of upside down stone stairs like this, and behind those stone stairs we're going to place down some black concrete blocks to go ahead and fill in the gaps there like so. Behind the stair we're going to place down another andesite wall, just like that, and then we want to go ahead and then place down a stone block behind the andesite wall. We're going to go ahead and then place down a row of 1, 2, and 3 of stone full blocks, and then we're going to place down 1, 2, and 3 stone stairs along the side. We also have our kind of funnel here that's going to come down on the side. We're going to go ahead and start our first polished blackstone top slab, come off the first that third upside down stair there from the front, an air top slab, and then one more, so we have a total of 3 top slabs along the side there. After that is all done, we want to go ahead and then grab ourselves a birchwood fence post, as well as a loom. We'll be needing these a little bit later. We're going to go ahead and continue on by going ahead and placing down a birchwood fence post that's going to go right here, and then a stone block behind it. We're going to go and then place down a loom, and then 1, 2, 3, and 4 stone blocks. On this last andesite wall right here, we're going to go and also place down another birchwood fence post. We're going to go and then take our andesite walls, and we're going to go and build a row 1, 2, 3, and 4 walls back like so. On top of this lever here, on the right side, we're going to place down a birchwood fence post, and then behind the andesite walls, we're just going to go ahead and place down stone full blocks. We're going to go ahead and then place down 2 light gray stainless panes here on top of those 2. Again, 2 stone blocks like that on the back there. And then we're going to continue for stone full blocks going back with a total of 1, 2, 3, and 4. And 4, and then we're going to go ahead and then place down an andesite wall like this. And then we're going to place down 2 light gray stainless panes going back like that. And in the center here, we're just going to place down 1, 2, 3 stone blocks to fill that center space in like that. Now on the sides here, we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves some stone brick stairs, top slabs, and fence gates. We're going to place down an upside down stair on top of this fence gate here. Then a stone brick top slab. We'll then want to place down another stone brick upside down stair. Then another stone brick top slab, and another stone brick upside down stair. Going ahead and coming off of this top slab here, we're also going to place down a birchwood fence gate, which will open up toward the top slab like that. We'll then also grab ourselves a skeleton skull, and there's going to be a skeleton skull that goes in this space right here. Then another stone brick upside down stair like so, and another stone brick top slab going back. Now on the inside here, also we're going to take our stone top slabs, and we're just going to run a row of stone top slabs behind here, filling that space in like that. After we have that all done there, we're going to go ahead and then kind of transition into our back section here of the ship. We're going to go and begin with by going ahead and placing down a bed that's going to go right here, and then a second bed going back from that. We then want to place down a birchwood fence gate on top of this glass pane here, and we're going to open that fence gate here toward those beds. And then on top of that, we're going to place down a stone brick upside down stair. So it's going to be like this on both sides here. So like that. And then after we have that done, we're going to go ahead and place down a andesite wall on both sides of the fence gate. So just like this. And then we want to go ahead and then place down a redstone repeater, which is going to go right here. We're going to separate the notches from each other like so. And we're going to go ahead and place down another andesite wall to both sides. Technically, those stairs were supposed to be part of the next layer, but I guess since we placed them anyway, we'll go ahead and just leave them as is. Anyways, though, continuing on, we're going to go ahead and then place down another skeleton skull here, as well as another redstone repeater with the notches spread apart like that. And then on the very end here, we're going to go and just place down an end rod, which will be facing upwards like so. And that right there is going to kind of create your whole back section there for what we have to do. And we'll go ahead and start working on our right section. Right section here, we're going to place down our 2 glass panes here, our andesite wall, and then our 1, 2, 3, 4 stone blocks going forward. Or rather, sorry, we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's going to be kind of the same as the other side there. We're We're going to take our stone top slabs going off this glass pane. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 top slabs. Then 2 light gray stained glass panes. Then 1, 2, 3, 4 andesite walls. And then we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4 stone blocks. Another one of these looms. And then another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stone blocks forward. Now what we're going to do here at this point is we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves our stone brick stairs and slabs, and we're going to go and set up the same thing we did previously. So stone brick stair, on above that fence gate, top slab, stair, top slab, stair, then a skeleton skull, upside down stair, and a top slab, like that. We'll again grab our birchwood fence gate. We're going to come off this slab here with a fence gate and have it opened up toward it. We'll then take our birchwood fence post. We're going to place down a fence post here on top of this sign. And we'll actually swap the sign out for a lever. So we're going to go and do this real quick on the left side and left side only. Then we're going to go and place down a fence post that's going to go on top of this wall here. And then a fence post that's going to go right here. We'll then take our andesite walls. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3 along the side here. We'll then take our iron bars and we're going to place down a row of 3. So 1, 2, 3 iron bars, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stone blocks. So it should fill that row in completely. We'll then take an iron trapdoor and we're going to place it on the side of this iron bar right here. And then we'll go ahead and then grab ourselves some item frames. We're going to place down 2 item frames with white beds in those item frames like this along these 2 iron bars. So just like that. And after we have that all done there, that's going to basically wrap up what we have here on the left side. And with that, that's going to complete everything we have here for this layer. So at this point in time, you can also go ahead and take your stone blocks and fill the inside in here of the ship if you want to as well. This layer is not completely necessary to completely fill in because we don't have any of the flight deck or anything like that sitting on this level. But again, if you do want to, you are obviously more than welcome to fill the space in completely with stone just to kind of make your builds a little bit more solid, which is something I personally like to do. But anyways, once we have that all done, this is what your layer should look like from the top down view. And with that all complete, we'll go ahead and move on to our next layer, which will be layer number 6. Alright guys, so moving into our next layer here, we have layer 6. Layer 6 here is where things start to get a little bit crazier. We have a lot of stuff going on, and really this is kind of the final layer before we actually start to build our flight deck. So with that, let's go ahead and get started with it. First thing we're going to do is we're going to go and go up from these andesite walls. We're going to go and kind of go up and out at an angle here with our stone stairs. We're going to go and do this for each one of these walls like this for the front here. We're also going to place down an end rod on top of this fence gate here directly in the center. Now once we have that done, between the stairs, we're going to go ahead and place down a row of 3 of iron trapdoors. And those will be for each section of those stairs. And then in between them, we're going to place down a row of 5 of iron trapdoors, and also coming off the front here, we're going to place down an additional row of 5. We'll also place down a row of 5 here on the back, and then in this middle space here, we're going to place down a row of 3 of stone full blocks, followed by an iron trapdoor to both sides. We're going to go ahead and then place down 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 more rows of 3 going across the center there. We'll take our glass panes. We're going to place down 2 light gray stained glass panes, and also our andesite walls, and we're going to place down 3 andesite walls. Same thing over here, 2 light gray stained glass panes, and 3 andesite walls going back like so. Now, after we have that all done there, we're going to go and then take our stone blocks. We're going to place down a row of 5 here going all the way across. Now, one thing I would like to go ahead and mention real quick before we get too deeply involved is the middle 3 blocks we can actually swap out for oak wood planks. And we can go ahead and do the same thing here for these rows right here between those walls, and then these kind of more frontal walls or frontal section, we can go ahead and just kind of fill it in. Now, we don't want to see any wood kind of peering in through the sides. That's something we don't want, but if you can kind of avoid that at all costs and just place down your oak wood planks, then you're in a pretty good position. And an even better block we can use, now that I actually think about it, is actually going to be the stripped oak wood. It actually is a lot better for this skill, at least, so we don't have those harsh plank lines, which realistically wouldn't really be that apparent at this skill. So using these strip blocks, kind of all have them facing the same direction, really creates a nice effect and will kind of help us a little bit for decking and all that stuff as we progress a little bit further. Anyways, once we get to this point here, we're going to go and start to kind of get into our differences. So we're going to go and start our focus here on the right side. We're going to take our stone blocks. We're going to go ahead and build back from this 1, 2, and 3 more blocks. We're going to go ahead and grab a fence gate, and we're going to place down a fence gate come off the second block here on top of that bed. We'll then go ahead and grab a stone brick stair. We're going to place down a stone brick stair here. And then our birchwood fence gate, like that, opened up to the side there of that stair, like that. Now after that's done, we're going to take our stone blocks and we're going to continue this row of stone blocks back. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we'll go to about 7 for right now. We're going to go ahead and then take our andesite walls and we're going to build 1, 2, 3, and 4 andesite walls there along the side. We'll then grab a piston and we're going to place down a piston on top of this lever here. And we're going to go and leave that as is for right now. We're going to come back to that a little bit later. If you don't have access to a debug stick that we've used earlier in this tutorial, I would recommend finding an alternative to the piston, which could be a stonebrick stair or stonebrick slab, one of the two. We're going to go ahead and place down an iron trapdoor. And then we're going to go ahead and then place down a stonebrick slab. So we'll just go and grab our slab here, like so. We'll also go ahead and grab a tripwire hook. And for Java players, again, we're going to use a little technique here with our debug stick. We're going to place down a block, kind of a space from the side here of the slab. We'll place down a tripwire hook on the side of that block, and then we use our debug stick here to go ahead and change the facing of it and rotate it around so it comes off the side of the slab. So just a nice little detail thing there to throw on. After that's done, we want to go ahead and then grab our stone brick walls here, and we're going to place down our stone brick full blocks. We're going to place down 1, 2, and 3, as well as 1, 2, 3 stone brick slabs on top of these polished black stone walls. We'll also take a skeleton skull. We're going to place down a skeleton skull in this space right here. We're going to have this coming off the stone brick slab. We're also going to place down 3 blocks temporarily coming off those slabs. And we're going to go ahead and place down 3 wither skeleton skulls like that on top. So it looks like that there for your funnel. Now after we have that all done there, we want to go ahead and then take our andesite walls. And we're going to place down 2 andesite walls going back along this side here. And we'll then take our iron trapdoors, which we have up here in the front, and we're going to place down 2 iron trapdoors coming off those walls, so like so. We'll then take our stone blocks. We're going to go ahead and go with a stone block right here. And after we have that stone block placed, we're going to go ahead and then transition to our andesite walls for 1, 2, 3, and 4 andesite walls there along the side. So just like that, and we're going to go ahead and then grab our pistons, and on top of these fence posts, we're going to place down our pistons. Again, these could be stone brick stairs or something, and then we're going to place down birchwood fence gates coming off those pistons, which will open up toward the pistons themselves. Now after that's done, we're going to take our stone blocks, and we're going to go ahead and then build 1, 2 blocks right here. We'll also place down a block in this section, so it kind of closes off the back there of that wall. And then we're going to go ahead and go back an additional 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And 6 stone blocks. Now what we're going to do here is we're going to take our iron trapdoors and we're going to place down 1, 2, 3 in this section right here. We then want to go ahead and grab our andesite walls and we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, and then our light gray stainless panes 1, 2 in this space. Continuing on for stone blocks, we're just going to go ahead and continue to go back 1, 2, 3, 4 stone blocks. We have our andesite wall on top of here, our 2 light gray stainless panes, our stone blocks, or 3 stone blocks there in the center, and go ahead and finish that off. Now we can go ahead and then also place down a piston here on top of this fence post. Again, same thing, a birchwood fence gate come off the side of it like so. We'll also take our end rods, and we're going to place down 2 end rods coming off the side here of this wall. After that, we're going to go ahead and then place down a lever on top of this block here. And after that lever, we're going to go ahead and then place down a skeleton skull, then a lever, a skeleton skull, a lever, and then we're going to skip this space here, a lever, then an iron trap door. Coming off this iron trap door, we're going to go and grab ourselves an item frame. We're going to place down an item frame, and in that item frame, we're going to go and place down a snowball. So a little spotlight here on the back. And then also for the levers, we can go ahead and if you're on Java, we can place down item frames underneath the levers just to kind of give them a little bit more of a fighting position type look. We'll also grab a birchwood fence gate. We're going to place it here on top of this fence gate here, open it toward the back. We'll then place down an item frame coming off that fence post, and then in that item frame, we're going to place down a light gray bed like this, which will rotate sideways like so. And again, if you're on Java, we can go ahead and place down a birchwood sign on the side of that fence gate like that to go ahead and help kind of hide that a little bit better. So it's going to look like that. We'll also take our iron trapdoors, and we're just going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 iron trapdoors. Go ahead and fill it in that row like that. So that's going to kind of bring us to our point, and that's going to kind of finish off what we have there for the right side for right now. We're going to go ahead and go back up to the bow of the ship, and we're going to go and start working on our left side. So our left side here is a little bit more simplistic. After these stone blocks here, we're going to go and place down 3 more. Then we're going to place down 3 iron trapdoors, and then one, and then we're going to place down skeleton skulls coming off those trapdoors. So we will actually have to go ahead and delete these 3 string to place down our skeleton skulls, but we will leave the string on the one on the back here. We'll also place down a skeleton skull on this side as well. Now after that's done, we're going to go ahead and place down 1, 2, 3, 4 stone blocks again, and we're going to go ahead and place down 4 iron trapdoors like that across. We then want to place down another stone block here, followed by a second and a third. We're going to go ahead and continue our iron bars up right here. In this space, however, we are going to go ahead and grab a piston. We're going to place down a piston like so, an item frame, and in that item frame, we're going to go ahead and grab a black bed. We're going to place down a black bed in the item frame, rotate it sideways, and then we'll go ahead and take our birchwood sign and place it like so. After that is all finished there, also on top of the piston here, for the time being, we're going to place down an item frame, and we can just go ahead and place down a brown stained glass pane in it like so. Doesn't really matter too much, but that right there will just kind of sit on top of the piston, or actually we can place down a pressure plate. Actually, my bad. So we'll place down a pressure plate for the time being. We're going to talk about that a little bit later. Anyways, continue on. We're going to place down 3 more stone blocks here, then 3 inside walls to the side. There's also going to be a piston that's going to sit right here, and we'll use our tripwire hooks on the sides here of it like that. Continuing on, we're going to go ahead and then place down a row of 1, 2, 3, and 4 andesite walls. Then we want to go ahead and place down a stone block behind this last wall, and then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 stone blocks all the way to back, and then a andesite wall, and then our 2 light gray stainless panes bringing us to the rear. To the sides here in these locations, we do want to go ahead and grab some anvils and also some dark oak wood fence gates and fences. We're going to place down a anvil like this, and then a fence gate coming off of it, open it toward the anvil, and then a dark oak wood sign to both sides of it. Then we're going to go ahead and place down 2 iron trapdoors across, so 1, 2, and same thing again, an anvil, fence gate opened up toward it, and a sign to both sides of that fence gate. We're going to go ahead and place down 2 iron trapdoors, like so, then 1 right here, another anvil, like this, another fence gate coming off of it, and another birchwood sign coming off the sides here of it like so. Then after we have that done, we're going to go and then take our andesite walls. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3 in this space here. Again, we're going to place down 3 iron trapdoors to the side. We're going to go and then place down 2 light gray stained glass panes right here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 iron trapdoors back. We're going to go and then grab ourselves our end rods, and actually we're going to go and only place down 2 right here. This 3rd iron trapdoor will delete, and we're going to place down 2 end rods coming off of it to the side. We'll then grab our levers. We're going to place down a lever here. Then we want to place down a skeleton skull, followed by a lever, skeleton skull, and then a lever. We're going to go ahead and again skip the space here. We have our lever, and then we have our iron trapdoor for our item frame. And remember, in that item frame, we're going to place down a snowball. After that, we want to go ahead and then place down our item frames, if applicable, where those levers are. So just like this. We'll also place our birchwood fence gate, again going up right here. Open this toward the back. We have an item frame, and in that item frame, we're going to place down a light gray bed. Like this, and we're going to go ahead and then rotate it so the pillow's facing out toward the side, and then a birchwood sign on the side of it like so. After that is all done there, on the very back here, we're going to go and then take our iron trapdoors. We're going to go and do a row of 5 across, then 1 in the middle here, and then 1 to both sides. We then want to place down a stone upside down stair that's going to come off the side here, and then 3 iron trapdoors across between there. In our row of 5 of iron trapdoors, in our upside down stair here to both sides, and then again 3 iron trapdoors down the middle here, and then a row of 5 of iron trapdoors across the back. And once we have that all done, that's pretty much our kind of outline of the ship complete. At this point in time, we'll go ahead and then take our oak wood, and we're going to go and just very simply place our oak wood in like so, kind of going all the way down. And hopefully you don't have as much issues as I do right now placing these. But yeah, it's just going to go ahead and go like this all the way down, and we'll just fill in the inside here. So anywhere where we don't have blocks here on the inside, we won't have any of this oak wood shown through to the sides, so it should all work out pretty good. If you do notice anywhere that it does poke through, you may want to go ahead and replace it with a stone block, just to keep the colors, at least from the outside, a little bit more consistent. The pressure plates do a pretty good job at covering up all this stuff anyway, so these aren't completely necessary, but just something I like to do just to kind of help make the deck blend a little bit better. Anyways, though, that is everything we need to do for that, and that should pretty much sum up that. One thing I also would like to go ahead and mention here is we do have the elevator that is located on the inside here. It's actually going to go ahead and go in this section here, so you can go ahead and look at this anti-aircraft gun for alignment, and this one here, this anvil, and it's going to be this kind of 3x3 section here is where we're going to place it. So we will go ahead and substitute these blocks out for light gray shulker boxes, which again will be part of that kind of central located elevator. And then also on the back here, we do have another elevator that is going to go in this space here, and we'll replace these two last oak wood blocks with stone instead. But that should be it in terms of elevators. And one last thing also is going to be this location here. So it's going to be this 6th line of 3 here. We're going to go and just replace this all with stone. And again, we'll alter that a little bit later, and when we put the flight deck on, it'll be a little bit more apparent what we're doing. Anyways, though, once that's all squared away, we also want to go ahead and take our debug stick, and for Java players, we're going to go ahead and go to each one of these pistons. We're going to left click it until we get selected extended false, and we're going to go then right click each one of these pistons that we placed. And what it's going to do is it's going to get rid of that wood portion and just kind of help create a better shape for what we're trying to go for. So it's going to be like that for all those pistons, and once you have that all squared away, that is everything we should have for this layer. Take a look at it from above here. This is what it should look like from the top-down view. And with that, we'll go ahead and jump into our next layer, which will be layer number 7. Okay, so moving into our next layer, we have layer number 7. Layer 7 here is going to be kind of really just set up our flight deck and kind of getting it set up to go ahead and wrap up our build. So this is going to be the last kind of final long layer, and after we have this done, we're pretty much good to go. What we're going to start off with is going to go ahead and kind of highlight our island and then also our little mast and stuff like that before we go and do our flight deck markings. First thing we want to do is we're going to go and go to these 3 andesite walls. That's going to be on the left side here of the build. We're going to go ahead and place down our 3 stone blocks. We're going to go ahead and place down polished black stone buttons on the side here of those blocks like that on the side facing toward the outside. What we're going to do is we're going to place down a birchwood fence gate that goes forward from it, and we're going to go ahead and then open this going forward as well. Then on the back here, we're going to go ahead and also place down a end rod right here on top of this anvil, and then we're going to place down a birchwood fence gate, which we're going to open up here toward the front. Now what we can also do here is we can go ahead and grab ourselves some item frames, and for Java players, this is going to be a nice technique to place down an item frame underneath this fence gate, and same thing right here. And in those item frames, we can go ahead and place down some brown stained glass, or even some yellow stained glass might work pretty good, trying to kind of keep that deck color or kind of a similar shade to it as well. So this is kind of a nice way to kind of help make that look a little more apparent and kind of keep that a little bit more consistent. And that's really all we have there for the bridge and all that stuff. Going ahead and moving back though, we're going to go ahead and start setting up our other kind of sections here. What we're going to do is we're going to go and go to this iron trap door here, and we're going to go and grab a fence gate. We're going to go and go up and out to the side here with a fence gate. We're going to open this fence gate up toward the inside there of the ship. We're going to leave that as is for right now. We then also want to go ahead and grab ourselves some flower pots and some iron bars. We're going to place down 2 flower pots on top of these end rods, and then a iron bar on top of this lever. There's also going to be an iron bar that's going to go on top of this lever here, and then this iron trap door here. Right after the light, we're going to go ahead and go up and out to the side and open our fence gate there toward it. So it's going to look like that there. After we have that all set up, we'll also go ahead and grab ourselves some barrier blocks. And we're going to be placing down a barrier block that's going to be coming off the side here. So it's going to be right here, right next to the piston. And we're going to place down a lever on the side of that. And then going up here going toward the back, we're going to go and go to this iron trap door here. We're going to go ahead and go up and out to the side there with a barrier block as well. And we're going to place down a button like so. So you use that on both sides there. like so, and that will kind of set that up. The other side, we're going to go ahead and pretty much mimic the same thing. So same thing kind of here with our fence gates, same thing with our barrier blocks, and our buttons. And then we're going to go ahead and then place down our iron bar top of here, then an iron bar on top of here. Then again, we have these flower pots right here that we'll take care of. So boom, boom. And then another fence gate on top of this one, open up toward the inside there. And then we're going to have another barrier block that's going to come right here. And our button. And that's all we need to set up here for this layer. So once we have that done, all set up there on the back, then that's going to go ahead and give us a start on our mask, and we'll be able to easily expand upon those as we get into our next layer. However, before we go ahead and get into that, we do have basically all of our deck detailing that we do need to go ahead and get completed. So let's go ahead and jump into that. Now, for all of our deck detailing, there is one thing that we can do also that is part of the structure. Now, this could be right here in this section. Now, if you're not on Java, I'd recommend placing down skeleton skulls on top of these fence gates. However, if you are on Java, we're going to place down a block and a lever come off the side of the block. We're going to go ahead and then left click at the lever until we get selected face. We'll right click, set this to floor, and we'll go ahead and then rotate these so that they face out to the sides here for some anti-aircraft gun positions. We can also place down some item frames on top of those fence gates as well to make a little bit more of fighting positions or something like that. But yeah, just kind of a nice little fighting position there and all that. Now for the actual deck details itself, we're going to go ahead and go to this lever right here, this section here. We're going to go and place down our item frames all the way across the space, including on top of the iron trap door. We're going to go ahead and then place down iron bars in the item frames, and we're going to go ahead and make sure that we rotate these so that they face all in one direction. Now once we have that done, we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves white carpet, red carpet, and we're going to need a lot of pressure plates. Starting off the front here, we're going to go ahead and take our white carpet. We're going to build a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 white carpet down the center. We're going to go ahead and then go to the sides. 1, 2, 1, 2. Then we're going to go ahead and go 1 forward, 1 diagonal. And then that right there is pretty much all we have there for that. Now the rest of this front section here will be done with some oak wood pressure plates. So we're going to go ahead and just place them down on each one of our glass panes, iron trapdoors, stone stairs to fill in this front space like that. After that's done, we're going to go do a big 3x3 red square for the Japanese red dot. And then we're going to place down our white carpets along the side. We're going to go then place down a row of 5 of white carpet across. This is going to be followed with another white carpet on the left side. It's just going to overhang a little bit. Then we want to place down 1, 2 pressure plates, and then a white carpet, 1, 2 pressure plates, and then right here we're going to have to throw in an item frame so that we can have this sit on top of the iron trapdoor. And like we did before here, we can go ahead and grab our yellow stained glass and place it in there just to kind of help keep that color a little bit close. Obviously it's not perfect, but it kind of works. This section here, we're going to just do a row of white carpet down the center. So we're just going to go ahead and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. And we're going to go and go 33 back, and then 2 red carpets. We'll then place down 2 white carpets to the side, and then 2 more red carpets, like so. We're also going to go ahead and grab ourselves some stone pressure plates. We're going to place down 1, 2, 1, 2, 2 white carpets, and then we're going to go and go with 2 more rows of 2 on the sides here with our stone pressure plates. We'll then switch back to our oak wood pressure plates. So we have 1, 2, and 1, 2, and we're going to go and do this 2 more times. After that, this section here, we're going to go and take our stone pressure plates. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and we'll then place down our oak wood pressure plates here to the sides. We're going to go ahead and place down 6 rows of 2 of our oak wood pressure plates going forward. So we have 2, 3, 4, 5, and yeah, that's actually going to make 6 there. So you have 6 like that. Now, we then want to go ahead and actually alter one quick thing here. And this fence post right here is actually going to be on top of this iron trapdoor. So we're actually going to go ahead and put it on this iron trapdoor here and open that toward the side. So my apologies on that one, or actually open it toward the inside. So it's going to sit like this actually. This barrier block here will also get moved. We're going to go ahead and move this. Actually, we're not even going to place this barrier block. So we're going to go and just delete that altogether. So my apologies. Again, underneath this sign here, or that fence gate, we'll do the same technique we've used before with our item frame and yellow stained glass if applicable, and then a pressure plate there to the side. Now this section here, we're going to place down a pressure plate to both sides of the white line, then a white carpet on the ends, and then on top of this anvil, another pressure plate. We're going to go then place down another white carpet here to both sides, a oak wood pressure plate on the right side, and then 2 to the left side. Then we're going to place down 3 on the left side, 2 on the right side. Again, 2 on the right side, and then 3 on the left side. This section here is going to be 2 on the left side, then 1, 1. Over here is just going to be 1, 1, 1, going forward with our pressure plates. Then this whole section is going to be 1, 2, 1, 2. We're going to go and then do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And then we're just going to be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Then it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. We already have that pressure plate placed. Then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. And after we have that all done there, just making sure everything looks good and everything really does. So that right there is pretty much what we want to have here for this layer, all set up and good to go. Again, here's an overview of what the deck marking should look like and all that fun stuff. And that right there is pretty much all we have here for layer 7. With that though, we'll be going ahead and moving into our final layers, in which we'll go ahead and basically complete the rest of the build. And layer 7 and our difficult layers are out of the way. And these last layers will be pretty easy and smooth sailing. So with that, let's move into our last final layers. Moving into our final layers here, we have layers 8 through 12. As I mentioned, these layers are going to be really simple. Really, we just have all those masts to do on the back, and our main mast, and then our conning tower. So pretty straightforward stuff. Let's go ahead and jump into it. First thing we want to do is we want to go ahead and place an iron trapdoor on top of this fence gate here, then a stone block behind this, and then an andesite wall. We'll also place down a birchwood or an oak wood pressure plate right there on top of that stone block. We're going to go then place down there a stone block that goes up, and then one more back behind that. We'll take our iron trapdoors and we're going to go ahead and wrap it around this stone block, and we'll use our debug stick here to actually manually close these. And again, you can use birchwood as well as an alternative. We're going to go then place down item frames around the stone full block, then black beds in those item frames, which will rotate sideways, and then a birchwood sign on the side here of the stone blocks all the way around, again for Java players. On the very top here, we're placing our redstone repeater, separate the notches from each other like so, and then another piston up on top. On the sides of the piston, we're going to go ahead and place down a tripwire hook. And then using our debug stick here for Java players, we can go ahead and right click it and get rid of that wood portion on top. And that's our conning tower. Probably one of the simplest we've ever done here on the channel. Yeah, let's go ahead and continue on. So moving on to our back section here, we're going to need some fence gates and fence posts and all that. Also some barrier blocks here and stone buttons. So this rear mast, and again, nothing too crazy here. It's going to be a fence post on top of that end rod. And then we're going to place down a birchwood trap door here and close it like so it kind of connects up like that. We'll then place down a birchwood fence gate, open it toward the back here, and then we're going to go and then place down 2 end rods up from that, which we actually need to go ahead and grab. So we're going to place down 1 and 2 end rods up, and then on the second one, we're going to place down an end rod to both sides. On the very top, we're going to go ahead and just very simply place down a iron bar. So like that, and then on the sides here, or actually rather on the back first, we're going to place down a end rod that goes back like so. We'll place down 1, 2, and 3 barrier blocks going down along the side here of the mast. And we'll go ahead and then grab our buttons. We're going to place down 1, 2, 1, 2, and then just 1. And same thing over here, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. So it's going to look like that there. You can also, if you want to, place a barrier block right here, and you can delete one of these buttons. You can actually place down like the Japanese flag if you really want to as well. Obviously, a pretty simple banner. But you can also place down the banner here in this section if you do want to have the flag on the ship as well. So again, just a little option for you guys if you want to go ahead and include that. You're more than welcome to. Anyways, once we get to this section here, we're going to go to this fence gate. We're going to go ahead and go one more up from it, and then we're going to go with 2 end rods. And then on the second end rod, we're going to go ahead and go 1 out to the sides. And we're going to go and do this for each one of our fence gates here. So just like this. And then we have our 2 on the back, which again will be done using the same technique. So like so. And over here, same thing. So just like that. On the ones on the back, we're going to go ahead and place down a barrier block, and then one that goes down like this from it, and then another one that's going to go down. So it's going to kind of be a descending staircase, and on the sides of these 3 barrier blocks here, we're going to go ahead and place down buttons on both sides. And we'll just do the same thing on the other side here. So just like that. So it should connect up with that barrier block we placed in the previous layer. And again, our stone buttons on both sides. Then our forward ones, we're going to go ahead and do our right side one first. This is going to be done with the same thing that we did for the back. Just kind of going down at an angle. And again, our stone buttons on the sides. This one on the other side is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be a barrier block here, and we're going to go and just go down like this, like the angle we've been doing, except we don't have a barrier block that actually goes right here. One thing to keep in mind though is try not to step on the pressure plates that are above the iron trapdoors. Doing so will actually break the pressure plates, so that is an unfortunate little aspect of the design, so just make sure you're trying to avoid stepping on the deck too much. But that's done there, and then we can take our stone buttons and run them all on the side there of those blocks. So again, like that. After that's done, we're then going to go ahead and grab our dark oak wood fence gates. We're going to place down a fence gate here on top of the iron bars, and we're just going to go ahead and open this here toward the front. So each one of our iron bars is going to get a fence gate on top of it. Then going up from that, we want to go ahead and place down a block on top. We're going to go ahead and place down a iron bar to both sides, and then we'll delete that block. So we're going to do this again for all 4. And just like that, we have that all done there on the back. And with that, that is pretty much it here for what we have for the IJN Akagi layers 7 through 12. And that will wrap up our tutorial here for the build. Overall, I hope you guys really do enjoy this build and are able to put good use. If you do end up using this build, I do ask that you guys give me proper credit for it. This has been anything from the side of the build, link to my channel or this video if this does appear on any social media sites. And as long as you guys give me proper credit for your free server projects you guys are working on, overall enjoy the build, have fun with it, and all that fun stuff. I get a big special thanks to Patreon supporter Derek Frost Westbrook for making this tutorial possible. And as always, feel free to check my Patreon page. Link is always in my video descriptions. With that though, thank you guys again so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And this has been Garrett 2x4, and I'll see you guys next time.